I was told that you can't touch firewood or you'll lose money. I hope no one saw me doing that because I should be broke right now. Oh my, I touched the firewood. It's the end of the world. But guys and girls, I am not here today to dispel conspiracy theories or fairy tales. Today, I am here to celebrate Ohio, man. We have got nice weather. This heat is gone. It's cooled off. It's low humidity. And when it is 20 degrees... What the heck? No. I better just let it lay there. I could be wrong. Let's go this way. What I was saying, when it is 20 degrees cooler outside, I feel 20 degrees younger. All I do now is work, work, work. I don't get hot. I don't forget my name. I don't start seeing double. This is great. So today is production. I got both my trailers going. My hired help will be here in a little bit. And we are just going to start knocking out this pile, getting our wood made, getting it stacked, getting it dry for the winter selling season. But before I start producing, I have two problems with the 405 that I must fix. The first repair is very important. The second repair is more importanter if you are middle-aged. Because when you're middle-aged, you start seeing things in the world differently. And while I do not look middle-aged at all, I am, certain things become important that weren't important before. But you're going to understand what I'm talking about here. But let's first go to the back of the 405 and we're going to work on the oiler. My machine quit oiling, and you know I've had repeated videos where I fuss about this oiler. It's finicky. Well, I started digging into it and I found what the problem is, and I stopped, and I'm going to go around to the back of the machine and show you what it's been doing and how I repair it. All right, so let's go to the back of the 405 and let's fix this oiler. My oiler has quit oiling again. And this oil is like this, I got it at Menards. It's like purple color, so it's real dark. You can see it in here. So the line's empty. And then the oil's down here. So the oil's just not getting to the saw motor. And my experience is it's always in this fitting. And I am taking out the fitting, and the BB is shoved up inside of the spring, so that's why we're not oiling. So I need to, where's my focus? I need to get this BB out of the spring, and then I'm going to crimp down on the hole of the spring so that the BB can't shoot up through it. And maybe that will allow me to get back to business. I have said that this machine is awesome. I think it is just awesome. And I've been very consistent, however, that this oiler is fussy. It gives me fits. I had a stretch of last fall. I mean, we went like 6 months without a problem, and then they just started back up again. And now here we go. The oiler, it's pretty old-fashioned how it works. There's you got check balls and springs for the suction on this side, discharge on this side. But for some reason, these springs aren't agreeing with the housing, because sometimes the spring will shoot right through the housing hole and go right up into the tube, so you lose your pressure like that. And now in this case here, the check ball got worked up inside of the spring, and then the spring was wedged inside the hole, and I kind of damaged the spring pulling it out, so I might need to get another spring. Okay, I took a pair of pliers. This is not precision surgery, but I smashed the end of this spring over the hole. Maybe that'll help. Now I'm wondering if that check ball is going to set flush in the hole. And then on the other side, I expanded it to keep it from shoving through the fitting. But I think it's just worth experimenting. I do have other springs, but I'm not going to give up on this one just yet. From my experiences with these oilers, they either work or they don't. They don't ever just work a little bit. So I don't know. It just seems like this is going to work. We'll give it a shot here and I'll let you know. I have the fitting back on, and this set screw is what determines how much oil comes out. So the plunger's underneath there. I just have this fastener, and we'll see if it starts pumping. You should start seeing it. You'll see it coming right out of here. Okay, it looks like it's pumping now. It's going to work all the way to the saw motor. And there it comes out. Okay. One problem solved. Oh no. Oh no. Gosh. One of these fell off the conveyor and now I have to pick it up. Guys, I've just lost all my chances of profit in this stick. I'm going to have to throw it away now. And I think we're in good shape with that repair. Now let's go around to the front and I'll show you what I am dealing with here as a middle-aged firewood producer. Here is issue number 2, and this is importanter than the oiler. I set my tape measure on the Japa, and I had my piece of chalk up here, and the piece of chalk rolled and it fell down inside this hole. So my favorite piece of chalk is down inside the 405. Now you may think, well, that means absolutely nothing, Joe. Get another piece of chalk. Well, guess what? When you become middle-aged, you get your favorite piece of chalk, and that's the only thing that will do. And I am sure I'm talking to a lot of you guys and gals out there that are the same. I remember I had my fire pit, and I had a stick that was going into the fire, but I didn't put it in. It was just a nice stick, and I kept that stick as my poking stick for my fire pit, and I kept it for years. Well, one day I had a party at my house, and my friend picked up that stick, not knowing what it was, and threw it in the fire, and gosh, I about freaked out. He felt terrible about it, but I was like, hey bud, it's just my favorite stick. It's not the end of the world. But I think you know where I'm going with this. We have at the house for our recycling, we have this cardboard box, guys. It is my favorite cardboard box. We've had this box for years. And whenever we take the recycling down, we always got to remind the person who's taking, the cardboard down to recycling, don't throw away the box. So that's what I got here. I dropped my favorite piece of chalk down inside my processor. I had thought this is I don't know, kind of like a quarterly task of mine. I'm just going to go ahead and take these panels off, and we'll do some tightening up of the hydraulic fittings back inside, and I'll find my piece of chalk all at the same time. These bottom holes don't have to come all the way out. You just loosen these up. These top ones got to come all the way out. Okay. I'm trying to do this one-handed. The panel is off. The panel is off. Now let's find my piece of chalk. I don't see it anywhere. This could be crisis. Hello, piece of chalk. Okay, I am not seeing it in here, not even in this little hole. So I'm going to have to take this top panel off and retrieve my favorite piece of chalk. So stand by, everyone. I have to disconnect the fuel gauge. And then this should just come right off, guys. Okay. There we go. Okay, where is it? Hello? Piece of chalk. Favorite piece of chalk, where are you? There it is. There it is. I see it. It's down here. There it is. A little bit worn. It's got wet. Got some crud stuck to it. Guys, me and this piece of chalk have been around the block. I'm here to tell you, I got so much fond memories with this piece of chalk. I remember this one time, I put this mark on this log. God, it was great. That's what happens to you when you become middle-aged. You get attached to things. And that's just the way I am. I don't know. It's the same way with my trucks, with my trailers. When I buy stuff, I hold on to it. I don't like getting rid of stuff. I've had the same wife for 26 years. It's just how I am. To you, this might just be a piece of chalk, but to me, this represents good times, man. Since I'm in here, I might as well tighten up these hoses and make sure everything's tight. And, oh no, I got the wrong size wrench. I'll need a more precision tool. Here you go. Always have your metric crescent wrench when you work on a European processor, because these are not SAE bolt heads. Okay, so we got all those lines tight. I have found my favorite piece of chalk, and now we're ready to get this machine started up, get it into production. Okay, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this. And if you don't think that I'm crazy and you've got the exact same thing in your life, let's hear it in the comments down below. All right, everyone, have a great day.